What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Dead with My Friends podcast. I am Steve.
I'm Nick.
And this episode, we are doing our year end review of our top three favorite horror movies of 2022.
2022 is almost coming to an end, Steven. I think this has been a great year for cinema. What do you think?
Dude, 2022 has been like a resurgence for horror releases in the movie theater. Like, I feel we got a lot of good ones this year. Almost every film that came out under the horror genre of 2022 was pretty fucking solid.
Yeah,
Minus Halloween Ends.
I agree. It was a highly anticipated movie for all of us as horror fans, especially all of us who are Michael Myers fans. People hit me up that I know who listen to like that episode specifically and they want to like chat about it, and they're like, "Yeah, that movie just was not good." I don't think anybody really liked it, man. Unfortunately, but that's enough negative talk.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about happy things, man. I want to talk about all these great movies that we had seen upon recording. It's December 20th. Christmas is right around the corner, so we just wanted to take some time and just talk about three movies that we liked, and obviously we'll sidebar about all the other cool stuff that had come out too. But with that being said, how's everything been with you, dude? We haven't really talked much. It's been kind of like crazy since the last time.
Yeah, man. Like you said, Christmas is in 5 days upon time of recording this episode, and it seems like it's just been a rush for the holiday because I've got so much going on. Recording this episode, I was at the DMV earlier, renewing my license, working a double tomorrow. Thought we were gonna get a snowstorm on Thursday. Turns out this is just gonna be a rain event, so I'm happy because that would have thrown off the whole scheduling for work.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to make it through the holiday, man.
Yeah, it's like this scramble.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's what it is. Everybody's just trying to survive.
playing in my head constantly, and we're only on Tuesday. Is the scene in Home Alone, Run Run Rudolph, when they're scrambling around. Dude,
Yeah.
that's been me
Yeah.
since I woke up yesterday morning. It's just been a scramble, and I'm like, I just can't wait to get to Friday.
Just actually like some time to actually like quiet down.
Oh,
and just,
dude. Well,
like,
I think
just
the
fucking
move
actually
is
chill.
yeah, the move is, we've got our Christmas Eve party, the big family get together, but before that, we're gonna, do some prepping the night before on Friday. But everyone in my household loves Home Alone, so we're gonna order pizza and watch Home Alone 1 and 2 once all like the prep is done.
Large cheese pizza just for me. That's the only way to watch that movie, bro.
Dude, you have to watch Home Alone with some pizza.
Or with like a uneaten Stouffer's mac and cheese.
Yeah, what a crime. Stouffer's
Yeah,
mac and cheese.
he was just
with
like,
us.
the fucker was just about to fucking,
Yep.
about to sit down, man. Bobbed it up, and then all of a sudden, boom. I would have just fucking,
Yeah,
you know?
like, all right,
But
let's
instead, man, that shit went cold.
But yeah, man, it's been a bit of a scramble, but we're almost there, and I just got in the mail today the Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5 Vestron video pack.
Sick. Did that come with the slip?
It came with the slip.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, but fucking typical Amazon bullshit. They just throw it in the least bubbly mailer possible, and it's the holidays, so like mail carriers are just scrambling around. So they're not really giving
Yeah,
a
they don't
fuck
give a fuck.
what's fragile.
They put your shit in a mailer? A bubble mailer?
Dude, it was barely a bubble mailer. Barely. I wouldn't even consider it that.
Really?
I wouldn't even consider it a bubble mailer. But yeah, Amazon. Fucking Amazon's finest. Well, they were running a sale and I got it for super cheap, so I was like, alright, fuck it.
$12?
Yeah, but then it makes me realize, like, with the packaging, it's like, man, I would have much rather gotten this shit from, like, Orbit DVD or fucking Diabolic DVD, just because, the packing and the care, and, it's
Yeah.
for collectors.
I never fucking buy anything off of Amazon movie-wise, unless it's like if it's like a boutique label type deal, like I'll never order off Amazon.
Yeah.
I just don't trust it like you do. Or you did. Now you don't.
Yeah, I made that mistake because it was so cheap, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I guess I'll pick it up. And it came here fast.
Have you tried any of the discs? Like they definitely work.
I haven't.
Yeah, loose discs suck, man.
part 3 has got a bit of a smudge on the, the scanning.
Can it be
Just,
like removed?
I don't know. I tried the old sleeve trick, and
That's
that
for
didn't
after
work.
the holidays. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I'll be honest, I don't like part 3. So, Bill Moseley's in it, but not even he could save it.
I've never seen any aside from the first original Silent Night, Deadly Night, but I definitely want to venture eventually. How's your Christmas viewing going, man? Like, are you all
Oh,
caught up on your movies?
dude,
How's that?
I'm pretty caught up. I've done a lot of watching this past weekend. I think I watched, wrapping gifts, I watched Deadly Dreams. I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original. I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I watched Inside. I watched one of my dad's favorites, Get Over Yourself. I love Inside, and a lot of other people do.
Inside sucks, dude.
Fuck
The
you.
movie sucks.
Not a chance. Film is subjective, but fuck you.
That's true. Did the copy you have did I give that to you?
You gave me the blue copy, but the NSM records that came from a private collector at the time when I bought it.
Because I was like wondering what I was like I don't fucking remember what I did with that copy, and then I was like, oh, maybe I did give it to Steven.
Yeah, you gave it to me
because I hated it.
And I took the Blu-ray disc from that and I put it in the NSM records DVD case because that case is sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Robbing from Peter to pay Paul.
Is that a saying?
Say?
Is that a saying?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, robbing from Peter to pay Paul. You've never heard that? Robbing from Peter to pay Paul. It's a great saying.
Is that similar to like by hook or by crook? Because I heard that earlier and I was like, yo, that's...
I've never heard that one.
You've never heard by...
Yeah, so we're just sharing fucking sayings now.
By hook
what
or
does that
by
mean?
crook.
From
whether
hook?
I snag it or I fucking steal it, it's gonna get done. That's what that means.
By hook or by crook?
Yeah. It's a great fucking
But what's
saying.
the hook part? What's the hook part? Like being a good...
You scored it.
Oh.
By hook or by crook.
Oh, because
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the thing.
Yeah, I never heard of heard of that before, but I like it.
Yeah, but my my December watch list has been going strong, except for man. And I don't own a physical copy, but there's been nowhere to stream Jingle All the Way.
Really?
And I'm really bummed about that.
Not even on like fucking Amazon?
Dude, I did a master search on my Fire Stick.
That's weird, man.
Nothing. Maybe I could rent it on Amazon. I just didn't feel like me probably paying the $3.
Okay, I thought that you like already looked into that.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to shell out the fucking dough to watch it. You want to watch that.
I don't want to shell out the $3, man. All the holiday shopping.
The $3.99.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of like the cost of renting movies these days, I had just seen that Violent Night, the new David Harbour flick. The Santa flick.
Yep.
There was a surprise drop, and now it's like streaming. Like you could buy it, or you could rent it. But dude, renting brand new movies now is like $20.
At that point, you might as well just fucking buy the thing.
I hate having digital fucking copies of shit, so I won't do it.
Yeah, I'm not with that. Not with that at all.
But I want to support and rent, but I don't want to fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to spend $20 on a rental. I don't want to buy it because it's digital. I prefer physical media. So I'm like, damn, man, now I got to wait like months and months and months to watch it, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sucks. But yeah, it's just like the fucking cost of renting, man, is crazy. Like back in the day, I used to go to Dollar Video. I used to pay $1 to rent brand new releases.
I think for me, like the brand new releases, I would go to Blockbuster for. And they were always a little bit more expensive to rent because it was a new release. Mm-hmm. But even then, back then, you're looking at like maybe $5, $6 for that new release.
Yeah, it wasn't that much. Like that is just like $5. That's like a realistic price point for a rental, in my opinion. A brand new release. Like, just give it to me in HD. Like, I don't even care about it being 4K. And if it is 4K, like, tack on another $1 or $2, whatever. Maybe I'll pay it. But, Yeah, man, I think that that's a pretty fair price point for renting, on streaming devices and shit. Anything less than $10, I'm more than likely to bite.
Yeah,
Anything more than that, absolutely not. But yeah, dude, I hope you're able to find it. You should see if it's on cable or anything, man.
I checked. Nothing.
Yo, do you remember? Of course you remember, bro. You remember the TV Guide?
Yeah, I remember the TV guide.
Fuck yeah, you remember the TV Guide? Like,
Yeah,
it used to be a fucking book, bro, and it had
yeah,
all the programming,
yeah.
for what was going
You mark
on.
it down. My grandfather
That
would
was
like
awesome.
highlight it religiously, so that way he knew what to record on tape because he was that guy, just recorded shit on blank tapes.
Yeah, my grandpa was that guy too. I was that guy as well, man. I used to once I figured out how to record.
There's a market for home videotapes and shit, or things that are just taped on blanks.
Dude, when we were at VHS Fest, that's when I had found that out. I'm like, that's really cool. I fucking dig that, man.
You never know what you're gonna find in some of those home videos.
That's kind of creepy though, man, to
Yeah,
think
well,
about.
that's what I love about the found footage fest dudes is like showing the compilation of like just this home footage.
Yeah,
Those dudes are those little segments in between movies at VHS Fest were awesome.
yeah. Um, but on top of us talking about our top 3 of the year, I think it would just also be like good to like highlight some of the other shit that happened for us in 2022, man. I think that that'd be really fun too. I mean, we launched Dead with My Friends podcast in 2022. That's been great, man. We went to VHS Fest. You and I have done a lot of shit this year, man, together.
Yeah, yeah, we have, dude. We just kind of, well, going to what you were saying, the whole Dead with My Friends, like the show, we're only like 4 months old. This show,
Yeah, 8 episodes in.
8 episodes in, we launched that. You've got to experience VHS Fest, and we got to hang out with the Bad Taste Video dudes and a bunch of other cool collectors that they're friends with, and Jeff and
Yeah, met cool
Brandon.
people.
Yeah, meeting cool people. Um, you know, you went back to a hardcore show when we went to the Mind Force New Lords record release.
Yeah,
All
that
Out
was
War
great.
playing in Middletown in a fucking bowling alley. Yeah, we just
Yeah,
Fright Fest at
yeah,
at fucking Fair
yeah.
Oaks
In
Drive-In.
September.
Yep.
Yeah, that
So
was great. I mean, you and I, Josh, and Big Tone, we all went to that haunted house. That was a really fun night,
oh
man.
yeah, the one in Monroe, Terror Scream
That was
Park.
cool.
That was a great
Yeah.
night. That was my first time meeting Big Tone. Fucking love at first sight, dude. We shared some fucking fried Oreos, and I was like, that's my boy now. For those that don't know, Big Tone, guitarist in Roanoke, he wrote our intro song. So,
I was just gonna say that. I was like, I don't think we ever credited him for that.
well, there you go. We're ending the year off of crediting Big Tone.
Big Tone, love you, dude. I need a big hug. He gives the best hugs.
He's the fucking man, dude. He's like this giant jacked cuddle bear.
Yeah. But, come 2023, we're definitely gonna have some guests on. I'm very excited about that to bring some people on and talk about all these awesome fucking movies, man. So that's just exciting, man. It's been 2022 has been a really great year, and I'm very grateful for having launched this podcast with you, man. So only 8 episodes in, man. Full fucking steam ahead. Things are great, and I mean that's all that I really want to say about all of that. I'm not sure if you do as well.
Just to echo you, brother. Like, I'm so happy we launched the show. 2022 was kind of a rough start, but it's fucking been ending solid, and a lot of that I contribute to doing this show with you, and just like all this cool shit that we have done together. Like, this show gives us a reason to do more cool shit together. So like, I'm driving down way more, and it just gives me a reason to be surrounded by everyone down there, and I'm with it. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for the show.
The thing that I also have to really say, man, is the support that we have gotten from our friends, and our family and everybody. It feels so good that like it's not just one of those things where they've listened to an episode, like they've listened to all of our episodes. I was with Mikey like last weekend or the weekend before Friendsgiving at Perkins' house. We had watched Christmas Vacation and Mikey was like, "Dude, I want to be on the fucking show so bad. I'm like, don't worry, bro. Like, we're bringing your ass on, bro. We're fucking bringing everybody on, man. I'm like, don't you worry.
I want like almost everyone from Roanoke.
Dude, you should come down. We should go to Mikey's studio, right?
Yeah,
We'll
that
set
would
the
be the
fucking
better
camera up. We'll
setting.
set everything up. He's got all the mics. And then we'll just like sit around, bro. Like he's got the big wraparound couch there. It could be that could be the way that we do it. We'll talk about that. Maybe Roanoke will be our first guest. Who knows?
That
But I
would be
know Josh
sick.
wants to get on too. Everybody wants to get on, man, and I'm
Yeah.
very excited. The thing about Josh, man, Josh is my best friend. And growing up, I showed him all of these fucking movies, bro. Like all of these. He was always my guy. We would go to the movies. He would come over. We would watch fucking movies, man. One funny story, and then we'll go into it. So, Josh Josh used to be he used to be a very interesting young man where like he would defy his family a lot. They never really got along. They would fucking butt heads like crazy. But his family, that's my second family. They're the best, but they just didn't get along. Josh marched to the beat of his own drum. One night, it was a fucking blizzard, bro. Blizzard, man. And I'm home, I'm chilling, and I'm watching Let Me In because Let Me In it
Great,
just come out.
great fucking movie.
Great movie to watch during a
Great
snowstorm,
remake.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
great fucking remake.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm watching the fucking movie, and it had just got done, and then I hear it tapping at my window, and I'm like, the fuck? I look out my window, it's Josh. He had gotten into like this whole little tiff with his family, and he walked all, dude, he lived in another town over. So he had to be walking for like a good hour and a half, maybe like 2 hours. And he came to my house, knocked on my window, I let him in, he slept over, and we watched Let Me In 2 times that night. As soon as the movie had wrapped up, I was like, I liked that movie so much, I'm going to watch it again. And then he shows up, and then I'm like, well, it just so happens I'm going to watch this movie again. So we had gotten done watching it, and he liked it so fucking much. He was like, "Let's watch it again." So I watched it 3 times that
You
night.
watched it 3 times in one night?
3 fucking times that night, and I loved it every. Yeah, that movie's great.
That's pretty wild. I've never heard someone doing that.
Yeah, I watched it 3 times that night. I have the script too, man. I like, dude. Hold on, let me show you,
Oh, he's about to pull out the script.
dude. What I used to do, I used to work in a machining facility, and it was like the most soul sucking thing you could ever fucking do. Once I'd get my machines going and everything like that, there was nothing to do. You weren't allowed on your phone. So what I would do was I would find scripts from movies that I really liked, and then I would just print scripts, and then I would bind them up, fucking read that shit. So anyways, man, yeah. So Roanoke's definitely viable option, being first fucking guests on the show. That excites me.
I think they'd make a great first guest on the show.
They would make a great first guest, but you also have to fucking think, man, there's like 5 members in the band.
Yeah.
We'd got 5 members, man. We'd have fucking us talking. We'll see how it goes. But they're definitely going to be on one way or another.
Well, we'll just ask them a quick series of questions for everyone to answer,
Yeah.
and just kind of shoot the shit.
Yeah. Shooting the shit, man. That's exactly it. But yeah, dude, I am ready to get into these fucking movies, man. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start with my number 3.
Okay.
My number 3, top horror film of 2022 is Damien Leone's Terrifier 2. I got to see this the day after Halloween ends because I needed a pick-me-up. And the Middletown AMC was showing it. It was a good turnout. And, I heard the movie was going to be 2.5 hours long. And I was like, how the fuck are they going to pull this off? Like, that's pretty lengthy for a slasher film. Especially an independent slasher film. And it was a good crowd turnout. And it fucking was awesome. The pacing was great. The gore was phenomenal, like Fulci level gore times 10. The acting was so good. Art the Clown and everything that like Damien Leone has done, it's cemented now. I think he just got signed on, Damien Leone, to like an actual like film distribution company or something.
Okay, because he's been just doing this independently.
Yeah, a lot of it was crowdfunded. And my man swung for the fences, and he knocked it out of the park. Like, he really did. I enjoyed it so much. The soundtrack was great. The kids in the movie were good. There was like this little girl clown, kind of like Art. She
Mm-hmm.
was fucking phenomenal. She had no
Yeah, a
lines.
lot of people loved her.
She was great. She was creepy as fuck. The dialogue was good. You know, it was a really ambitious film, and it accomplished on so many levels. Some mom took her like 10-year-old son, and like an hour in, they like got up and walked out. She said, "This is just too much," and I'm like fucking trying to silently clap.
And the kid was probably so pissed.
Yeah, I'm like silently clapping because I'm like, this is what I fucking want to see, like these kind of reactions, and I got to see it. You know, like people were like throwing up or like passing out, I guess, you know, and that wasn't like some quick fucking media hype. There was like actual pictures of people's like blurred out faces,
For the test screenings and shit in like the theaters.
and it was cool. It was like making headlines, man. This is so good for independent horror moving forward because it's like it's achievable. Damien Leone just showed like you could do your own thing, and if you know it creates enough buzz and steam, it could fucking happen. I think the budget was $250,000 and it grossed over 11 million.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
His career's made now, bro.
Now imagine what Terrifier 3 is gonna be like.
Is he already working on that? Has that been like a go yet?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he's already got the script going now. I'm sure he's writing already.
Dude, as soon as Terrifier 2 was probably done being written, he was probably already starting 3.
Probably, yeah.
I haven't seen Terrifier 2 yet, unfortunately. I had really wanted to try to watch that before we had recorded this episode, but just for time purposes, I wasn't able to. Scream took precedent over that, which I'm kind of about.
Scream 5?
Yeah, I watched Scream 5. That's not on my top, just so you know.
Was that a 2022 release?
That was
Or
this
was
year,
that-
yeah. That was this year.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
I
that got released this year. And then the new one's coming out next year, like in 3 months.
Ghostface Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, they have to stop after this one though, dude. Like I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't.
I was not a fan of Scream 5.
Yeah. We'll sidebar about Scream later. I
Yeah.
definitely want to talk a little bit about that flick. Good pick, man. You know, like I said, I'm sorry I couldn't talk to you more about it, but I am looking forward to future episode when we can venture more into it after I've seen it. So for me, my number 3 pick of the year is Barbarian.
Okay.
I loved Barbarian, dude. That movie really took me by surprise. It really took me by surprise. I didn't know shit about it until somebody at work had actually mentioned to me. They're like, "Have you seen Barbarian?" Dude, the fucking music was incredible in it. The acting was really good in it. The twist is fucking really chilling. Richard Brake's character is just a nasty motherfucker.
Always is.
Richard Brake's great. He didn't have a huge role in it. He did and he didn't. But I feel like the beginning was very strong of that movie. And then that break, when we meet Justin Long, that lost me for a second. And I was like, everything that I felt about this movie has now went away because now we transitioned into this and it didn't really make sense to me. And then ultimately, like, it paid off for me in the end. It was a sleeper for me. You had seen it, yeah?
Yeah, so I think I saw it right before you did. But I wish I went into it blind or not knowing anything because I had gotten the twist spoiled for me. And I was like, it was my mistake. I was listening to Epic Film Guy's review of it, and I was just like really into the conversation. And I was like, yo, fuck it. I mean, they gave the spoiler warning, but I was like, fuck it. I still want to hear like what their thoughts were.
Yeah, they had a great episode on it.
You know, the movie, it just you have no idea what it's about. You just got to go along for the ride, and to get that twist and those Castle Freak vibes, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm with this. And I love the setting of Detroit, like dirty Detroit rundown. It's not a setting that you normally see.
No, I mean, Don't Breathe.
Well, yeah, Don't Breathe is an exception for sure. But like, and when you can use the aspect of like bad places like that as a setting, it just creates more of a creepier atmosphere because those are like real life dangers added to, whatever dangers are awaiting in the basement.
Yeah, well, on the surface of the movie, it seems like very different. And then, the underbelly of it, it's a totally different fucking movie, man, which like really threw me for a loop, dude. Like once, and I'm just gonna say like spoilers, okay? Going forward,
Spoiler heavy.
yeah, I was gonna say like maybe we won't do like a spoiler filled thing, but I'm just like, hey man, like fuck it. Like let's just shoot our episode and just talk how we want to talk. But spoilers, man, like when she fucking uncovers the fucking room with the bed and the camera, I was like, oh man, I feel sick to my stomach. And there was a bucket there and everything too. And I'm just like the theater of the mind, man, like where my mind went. I'm like, the atrocities that probably went on in this fucking room is just like, and then you think that that's it. But no, there's another layer to this. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's like another layer to this. And it was really cool, man. Um, Not only did the coworker of mine pique my interest in the movie, but after I had asked you about it, and you were like, "Yeah, bro, major Castle Freak vibes," I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah, now I gotta go see this shit." And then you said that you had liked it too, man. And I really value, how you view flicks and what you rate them and what you think. So when you gave it the A-OK, I was like, all right, I'm fucking going and doing this now. So it was great, man. So that's number 3 on my picks for 2022.
Cool. All right, so my number 2 is going to be X. Ty West X.
Yeah.
I
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna stop you there. Hold on.
Yep.
We can do. Let's talk about this one because that's also my number 2 of the year.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk a bit about X, man. So
Yeah.
lead it off.
All right, man. Yeah, Ty West, the fucking return, bro. He had been quiet, absent from film for like a good 6 plus 7 years. I think his last movie was like The Sacrament, maybe. I could be wrong,
Yeah, it was.
but
It was.
I
Pretty
was
sure
a
it
big
was.
fan of Ty West. I love The Sacrament, The House of the Devil. So when I saw that there was
I
this
love the House of the Devil.
this new movie coming out under A24, and it was Ty West, and I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, I already got a bit of like the TCM vibes, a little bit just based off that
Huge
trailer,
Texas Chainsaw vibes, man.
and
Yeah.
I went and saw it, and I was like, at the end of it, I was like, that was fucking awesome. I was like, we need more of this independent original horror, and I think that kickstarted for me where independent horror can go as far as getting wide releases, because the the duo of Ty West and Mia Goth, my man caught
Mm-hmm.
lightning in a bottle. That is magic right there, what those two are doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, huge, man. They have a great trilogy going, man.
Yeah.
They have this really awesome fucked up trilogy going. That's like he went off, Ty West went off, he did X, and then like
Secretly shot
Pearl,
Pearl.
and then yeah,
Right
and then
after.
did Pearl, and yeah, and then now Maxine's coming.
Yep.
It's just like it's super cool that he has his trilogy going, and we have the reoccurring character of Pearl, who's played by Mia Goth. Dude, she is just so fucking good, man. The first movie I had ever seen Mia Goth in was A Cure for Wellness.
Same.
And there was something about her in that movie where I was like I could see this girl being like a pretty big star. And I think that like I'm a star. Uh
Real quick, you've seen that meme going around of like the Christmas tree star?
oh, about the yeah, about
with,
the tree,
with
yeah, yeah.
Pearl's face. I'm a star. So
That scene
good,
gets
so
me, bro.
fucking good.
Scene fucking gets me. But it's cool that like we have this team now, right? Of a director, writer that we really like, as well as an actress that we really like. She's also in Infinity Pool too, which is the new Brandon Cronenberg flick coming out next year, which is gonna be pretty fucking awesome, dude. It looks really good.
Brandon Cronenberg, like, and Mia Goth, what? Like, give me that fucking pair too, because Possessor fucking ruled.
Yeah, Possessor was awesome, dude. I loved Possessor, man. As soon as I saw Possessor, I fucking went out immediately and bought a fucking the Blu-ray for it, dude. I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. It's also really cool though, like Mia Goth had actually co-wrote Pearl with Ty West as well, which is like really cool. So it's just like it's cool where we're seeing an independent horror and we're seeing, just like where it's going, like she's getting into like the writing and everything too. I mean, I don't know much about her career as far as like what she like if she's been a writer or whatnot, but I just find that shit to be, really cool.
Yeah, even though Pearl didn't make my top three, it's 100% in my, like, if we did a top five, it's in there. It's such a good character study
Oh man,
and
great.
a great fucking origin story. It's like the Wizard of Oz turned upside down and violent and brutal as shit. Like Pearl X, if it's very like of the times, and I feel like Ty West does a great job of that with his films. Is like whatever time period it's set in, he really knows how to capture that. And he did that with X, and he sure as fuck did it with Pearl.
Yeah, I agree. I think that that's a very good director's trait that Ty West has. Is he's very, very, very good at capturing the era, the time in which he wants to set his movies in. So X was set in 1979, I believe, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah, dude, it's just like it felt like it. It felt like I was watching a movie that came out on the heels of fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man. And it was cool. And what I like about it too, dude, is just like the fact that they're going and they're trying to shoot a porno just kind of like makes it all the more like,
that more grindhouse feel.
yeah, for sure, grindhousey. Yeah, that's definitely where my head was going. Sleazy. That's what it is, man. Because the 70s just have that sleazy feel when it comes to certain movies, man. And that's when we've gotten a lot of that great exploitation horror. And those great grindhouse movies, man. So Ty West captured that, dude, And the biggest thing, dude, is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe that it gets. And just to kind of like wrap it up for me at least with it, great choice in actors, man. The fucking cast was great in that movie.
That's what solidified Jenna Ortega for me.
Yeah, that was the first movie I'd seen her in.
Yeah, as we'd mentioned real quick, us not liking the new Scream, but Jenna Ortega. I mean, look at her career right now. She's killing it with this Wednesday reboot series,
Yeah,
but she is fucking putting in the work as far as the Scream Queen goes.
she's getting there.
I mean, all her scenes in Scream 5 were good. Like, she was the one good thing I could say about Scream 5, and she was great in X, and that scream that she did, that, like, she has a special scream, and I'm like, there you go. That's it. That's our future new Scream Queen right here. So I want to see her in more horror for sure.
Mia Goth, like she's turning into like a scream queen as well
Oh
now
yes. Oh yeah.
herself,
100%.
which is like super cool too, man. So I love how kind of like the passing of the torch is now happening for some of these, up and coming actresses.
You can throw Laura Lavera from Terrifier 2 in there. Her character, one of the strongest final girls I've seen in a long time. Next to Mia Goth's,
I'm
like,
glad to hear that.
in X. So we are getting this resurgence of like awesome scream queens, final girls, and I'm fucking all here for it, man.
I think the future of horror is just it's gonna get better, man. It's gonna get better. There was a time where it fell really flat, and then it's just like everybody was just kind of like wiping their ass with flicks, man. It's just like nothing's coming out I like, nothing's coming out I like, or there's like one movie I like. So I like the fact that like we can come here and I can sit down with you right now and tell you at least 3 movies this year that I had seen that I genuinely loved, instead of like previous years where it's like I've seen a bunch of movies, but it's like I really don't give a fuck to talk about any. So yeah, so X is also my number two pick, favorite movie 2022.
Good shit. All right, so I will go on to my number one favorite horror film of 2022, and that is going to be The Black Phone.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, man. I took my cousin Alex, who is now like about to be 13. He's been getting into horror films, and I'm passing the torch to him because now, since my grandparents live with my aunt and uncle in that kind of father daughter house like setup that they had built. Alex is down there at least once a week, if not at least once a month, watching horror films with my grandfather, which is what I grew up doing. And he reached out to me and was like, Steve, will you take me to see this movie? I really want to see it. I was like, of course, bud. I got the okay from his mom. She was like, I think he's at that age where as long as it's like not heavy sex scenes or any kind of rape, like he's good to
Oh,
go.
okay. That's where she draws her limit. Because I
Yeah.
told you, me and you had a fucking laugh last time you were here. We had talked about the black phone. I was like, bro, you're fucked up, man. Like, you literally took him to go see, like, his first movie in the theater is a movie about a serial killer who's targeting kids his age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, you're fucked up. But then I think about it also, and then it's like anytime we've ever seen think about our parents when like Friday the 13th and shit came out, like they were all, in their fucking late teens, early 20s and shit.
Yeah.
So they're seeing themselves get picked off. But my mind had went to like being a younger kid and then, like seeing this
Well,
happen,
I I had hoped that it would resonate with him more, with him being so close in age to a lot of like the
Mhm.
characters in the movies, because the kids in that movie, the brother, the sister, even like the ghost kids. There was the one kid with the bandana that kicked ass and was like favorite movie was Texas Chainsaw
Have you ever
Massacre.
seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? That's the
Yeah.
best movie ever, man.
Dude, that kid fucking ruled. All of the kid actors were amazing. Like Ethan Hawke was genuinely fucking creepy as hell. I loved the
Yeah.
masks. Like, and it was cool because it really did resonate with him. And when my aunt had texted me and said that he was raving about it, and he was like bragging to all his friends at school, like, I got to go see the Black Phone with
Good.
my cousin, like, and it was fucking awesome because like I guess like his
I
friends really
love
wanted
that,
to see
dude.
it, but no one's got a cool older cousin like me, that'll take him to do
Fucking
this
A,
kind of
man.
shit. Yeah, so it was a great theater experience. He was so into it. I was fucking into it. The acting was good. The story was good. I didn't even know that it was a Joe Hill short story.
Dude, Joe Hill, man. That motherfucker could write, dude.
He's
He's a
good.
great fucking author. He's really good, man.
Yeah, man. But the Black Phone, dude, I fucking loved it. I went in with pretty high expectations, and then finding out it's the same director as Sinister. Like
Yeah.
that first Sinister dude is so scary.
Yeah, I think that's one of the scarier movies.
Getting Ethan Hawke back and the one cop character or whatever from, what was it, the first, he was in the first one too, yeah, and getting him as Ethan Hawke's brother.
The dumb-witted fucking brother who didn't know.
So many good like moments in that movie, just good writing, good dialogue, good suspense, just good moments of horror. Like when he is dressed like that, dark magician is the best way I could describe it. Like that's, to me, that's when he's like the scariest.
What did they call him? The Snatcher or the
Yeah,
Grabber?
the grabber, I think.
Something like that. Yeah, he was fucking he that was a creepy character, man, cuz like he had the glasses on, bro, like his hair's all fucking, ratty looking. He's got like the top hat. He's got the black van with the abracadabra on it, and then he always leaves like the black balloons at the scene of the abductions and shit. The scene where the rocker kid, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre kid, the fucking tough one, when he's like walking around the corner, right? Like behind like the shopping mall or whatever, and we see the van, but it's kind of like out of focus and we see him walking, but you see Ethan Hawke hopping out, and you're like, oh man, like not this fucking kid, bro. Like, but like that was a very chilling scene for me. I gotta say, man, I really did enjoy the Black Phone. It didn't make my top, but it was certainly one of the best horror movies that had come out this year for sure. It fucking had me the whole entire time, dude. Like I was just like I was very fucking into this, man. I thought it was really good. They did a really good job at making me feel for this kid, man. You know? Like you just like that kind of stuff fucking hits me hard, man. Whenever it comes to like child abduction in movies and stuff, like
Yeah.
it always as having nephews and shit like that, and I will knock on wood, you know what I mean? I sometimes stay away from that kind of shit because it impacts me at a different level now that I have two nephews. And just like with like thinking about like real life serial killers and just like the behind the scenes stuff that happens with them and stuff, it just like it never really sits well with me. And this movie did that. And it just like it gave me all the uncomfortable fucking feelings that I usually get when it comes to this kind of topic in a movie.
Yeah, no, it was really effective, man, and I enjoyed it a lot. From start to finish, I was like, man, that was a great fucking movie. That was a great horror movie.
Good fucking ending too. Good fucking ending.
Yeah,
Really good ending. This kid, bro, like it sucks that, you know, some of his schoolmates unfortunately had lost their lives, man. But this fucking kid, after being bullied and all that shit, like we see in the beginning of the movie, to the coming to the end, where you get like all these whispers of all these kids that are like parting the fucking Red Sea when he's walking, because
yeah.
he's like, that's the kid that killed the grabber. That's the kid that killed the snatcher, whatever they had called him,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then like he hears it and then he like smiles. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like that's cool, man. I'm glad Ethan Hawke had gotten his in the end, man. What was it called? It was like Naughty Boy was the game, and like
Yeah,
he just
something
really
like that. Yeah.
wanted the kids to try to escape.
Yep. So that way you could punish them.
If you had any idea what was coming, you'd be fucking horrified.
When the kid's beating the shit out of Ethan Hawke with that phone, man, you're just, I mean, the crowd was so into it, dude. They were like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, everyone was just like, you just want to see this kid, escape and survive. And when, like you said, the whole parting of the Red Sea, man, it's just like such a gratifying moment to be reunited with his
Yeah,
sister. Just a good feel, like a good one, and scary when it needs to be scary, but also a feel good too.
yeah.
You know,
It was creative too, man. How like the spirits of the previous victims guided him on how to get out based off of their failed attempts
yeah.
and things that they had left over. That was like pretty cool. Good pick, man. Good pick. I like the black foam.
All right, brother. What's your number one?
My number one is Jordan Peele's Nope. Nope. Hands down, my favorite fucking movie of the year. Horror or not, it was just a movie that sat with me and still continues to after seeing it in the summer. I watch it all the time now that it's on Peacock. I'm always fucking watching it, dude. But yeah, dude, Nope is it for me, man. I loved every aspect of that fucking movie, dude. Every aspect of it. I love Jordan Peele so much, man. I love the ambition that he had with that movie, dude. Like he's a great script writer, man. And then as you go back and watch Nope over and over again, the things that you see that he had planted in there for the story, it's really interesting, man. You know, and like that to me that's great writing when you can watch a movie once and then go back time and time again and then just start picking up on little nods, little things here and there.
Yeah, I love moments like that, for sure.
Yeah, and there's tons of them in Nope, dude. You know, like we had said, man. You know, anybody who might be listening to this episode, our second episode was Nope and Pray, and we talked very fucking highly of it. Um, so I would tell anybody to go check that out. I'm not gonna get like super into the movie here. But just the story alone was fucking awesome, man. My favorite thing about it is the cinematography, man. The cinematography of the movie was just incredible. His choice of actors always amazing. You know, Michael Wincott,
Oh, hell
can't
yeah.
believe it.
The
I was like, what the
return.
fuck, man?
That's what sold me. That's what got me in. I was like, yo, Michael Wincott, fucking top dollar from The Crow, is
Top
coming
dollar
back.
himself.
Dude, I was like, sign me up. And we had said this on the Nope review that I yes, I liked Get Out, but I was not a fan of Us, and I was not on this Jordan Peele hype train. But then I saw Nope, and I was like, "Fuck, I get it." And he's one of the greats right now, and he's so innovative, and just he's pushing boundaries, and in a good way, obviously. But he's just out there just doing it, like the way Spielberg was doing it for Jaws.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Jordan Peele is just very patient too. You know, like he'll come out like he's only directed like 3 movies, I believe. Is it 3 or 4? It was
Three,
Get Out, Us, and then Nope. And then I mean he wrote part of Candyman and all
yeah,
this stuff. But nah man, like the dude's very selective, you know, like it's more of a quality over quantity, it seems, when it comes to him. And I love directors like that. I like a director who has a smaller filmography, but better movies than, you know, a large filmography and you know some good movies, some bad movies and shit. He doesn't want to muddy up his filmography, which is something I really respect. He hasn't like said that or anything, but I just know that like he's writing exactly what he wants to see. He's writing his favorite movie that doesn't exist yet, and that he has said. So I find that to be fucking awesome, dude. You know, I'm looking forward to what he comes up with next, man. Funny thing about Jordan Peele though, he's good friends with Zach Kreger. Zach Kreger was the writer director of Barbarian. And apparently, like, Zach, while he was writing Barbarian, was like back and forth with Jordan Peele a lot about it. So, I mean, Jordan Peele didn't write the movie, but he helped his buddy out apparently with writing it, you know, with some guidance and shit. Because Zach Kreger, man, like he's a talented dude. He was in the Whitest Kids You Know.
yeah,
You know that show, right?
yep, yep,
Yeah, so he was one of the members of that crew and he directed Miss March. And I think that that was like one of the only things this guy had directed. But he's got writing chops for sure because of the skits and the show Whitest Kids You Know. But it's cool that you know Jordan Peele, you know, definitely had some influence on Barbarian. You know, I like that a
yeah. That
lot.
is pretty cool. That's actually a cool nugget you just dropped on me, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
factoid.
dude, that's my thing, man. Yeah, a little factoid. I love the factoids, dude. As soon as I'm done watching a movie, and I'm not fucking kidding you, as soon as I'm done watching a movie that I like and or love, I am immediately on IMDb and I'm looking up all the fucking trivia and I'm just trying to fucking eat all that little factoid bullshit. I love dropping that kind of shit.
I get it. I'm kind of like that in the sense of I want to know where things are filmed because I'm like, huh, this looks
Yo, you
this.
like that?
Yeah, I'm always like looking where things are filmed.
Well, Barbarian was not filmed in Detroit.
Was it not?
It was filmed in like fucking Europe somewhere, dude. I'll tell you right now.
What is with that lately?
It's just money, bro, I think.
Cause like, all right, Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 2022. Not an honorable mention. That was filmed in what? Fucking. Where was that filmed? It was over in Europe too, I believe.
Oh, I'll fucking tell your ass right now. Okay, so Barbarian filmed in Bulgaria.
So random.
Yep, they filmed that in Bulgaria, and then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'll tell you right now.
Do me a favor. Also look up where X was filmed, because I feel like that was in Europe as well.
Texas Chainsaw, Bulgaria. Same fucking place.
What the fuck?
Sofia, Bulgaria. Yeah.
All right, look up X for me.
Okay. All right. So it was shot in New Zealand. X
Dude,
was filmed in New Zealand.
that's fucking wild, man. Because it really
Yeah,
does look.
interesting, right?
Does like it has that Texas feel, dude.
I think they do it for money purposes, man. You know, like that's why we get some Halloween movies. Like, don't you remember like when they shot like 2 of them in like Salt Lake City?
Yeah, well, actually three. The whole Thorn Cult trilogy.
Okay.
Utah was a great Haddonfield. I feel like the Salt Lake was a better Haddonfield than South Pasadena.
Okay, so I see what you're saying.
It had more of a Midwest vibe to me. especially in
Mm-hmm.
part 6. The Curse of Michael Myers like has the most Halloween feel to it. I feel like as far as like atmosphere.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Now I'm like trying to think like what's my favorite filming location? What's my favorite fake Haddonfield filming location now? Because like dude, yeah, they never really shoot. I think unless like you're in New York City or something. And even at that point, like you could probably find some metropolitan area similar somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't really fake New York.
No.
But they'll go up to like Canada, like to Toronto and
Yeah,
stuff, and they'll
and
film.
yeah, I mean shit,
Canada's big.
a lot of Jason Takes Manhattan was filmed up in British Columbia.
Dude, the Canadians love their Jason, man.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, man, you want to get into some honorable mentions?
Yeah, dude, for sure. So I'm going to say for 2022, one of my honorable mentions is The Batman.
I was trying to keep this more horror related, but I will say I did love the new Batman.
Bro, you wouldn't consider The Batman kind of like in like a world of horror, bro? Like I consider that like a thriller.
Listen, dude, I saw the new Batman in theaters twice. Listen, I'm not a fucking major superhero guy. I don't fucking care about Marvel Universe shit. I don't care about DC Universe shit. I'm selective. Like, yeah, I like some Spider Man shit. Yeah, I like some Batman shit. Yeah, I like a bit of fucking Spawn. Yeah, I like a bit of fucking X-Men. But I'm not at the fucking doors for every new Marvel release or DC release. That's for sure.
Yeah, those days are over for me as well, man. I mean, I used to go to the theaters opening night for like all the Avengers movies and shit.
No thanks.
But yeah, man, I mean, not a horror movie, but horror elements definitely gives like a great horror feel. So, yeah, Batman is an honorable mention on my top. I've watched it significantly.
I've watched it 4 times this year, twice in theater and
Oh,
two
so
on
good,
HBO
man.
Max.
So good. I'm excited to see where that fucking movie goes.
Oh hell yeah,
And James Gunn is now like head of DC.
brother's got some heat with this whole Superman shit.
He doesn't want to cast Henry Cavill as fucking Superman. I mean, whatever, bro. Like that shit happens all the time. I mean, I'm sorry, but like you had a good couple movies.
I don't really care about superheroes all that much for
Yeah.
it to like fucking ruin my day. Sorry.
Yeah, no. But like look at like a fucking Batman movie, dude. Like Michael Keaton's my Batman. We got 2 movies with him and then like they recasted over and over and over again, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, like it kind of sucked, but like Henry Cavill's not, fucking immune to that. You got a new
All
guy
right.
in charge, bro. A new fucking sheriff in town, and this guy's gonna go and do what he wants to do with the franchise, man. So he's writing it. He's the director. He's the writer. And I mean, James Gunn's good, man. He's a good fucking writer. He's a great director. Guardians of the Galaxy's amazing.
Listen, bro,
Slither's
he's
great.
a fucking
He's a trauma guy.
alumni, bro. He's fucking Uncle Lloyd's. He was
James
his
Gunn's good,
assistant.
dude. So have no fear that he's going to take care of, the problems that DC has had. Because DC has never been able to like compete, at least in like the film sense that like a Marvel has. You know, Marvel's just been fucking on top.
Oh yeah,
DC
they've
needs
built an
that. DC's got
empire.
great characters. Yeah, they have great characters, man. They have great comics. So it's good that they have somebody who's a real fan in there now. And like on the topic of James Gunn, real quick, he's trying to write in Robert Pattinson's or Matt Reeves' Batman like into that world, which would be really cool.
All right, man. We ain't a fucking superhero podcast. All right, you save that for some other people. Fucking honorable mentions that are horror based.
Yeah, so what do you got,
All
bro?
right,
What's an honorable mention for you?
Joe Begas, Christmas Bloody Christmas, Fun Time, fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night meets Terminator.
Hell yeah.
I love every movie that Joe Begas has put out. A lot of people mention VFW and Bliss are like his tops, but also like Almost Human, A Love Letter to Extra, The Mind's Eye, A Love Letter to Scanners. Like the dude just he knows what he likes and he fucking likes to pay homage to what he likes, and I'm fucking with it. And you know, a lot of people have been complaining about the dialogue and these new characters, and I get where the complaints come from as far as some of these new characters, or main characters, I should say. But I do like a lot of the dialogue, like the movie banter shit is so good because that you know that just sounds like us having conversations.
I mean, he wrote his characters how I kind of just like see horror fans as being, man, where it's like we just kind of want to just discuss all of what we like, all of what we dislike, and I'm going to tell you that, this movie's better than this one and why, So I mean,
Yeah,
I understand, people's complaints about it. That's definitely an honorable mention as mine as well. I have it on my notes, so we're on the same page as usual. But I really like Joe Begas, man. He like Bliss was fucking great. That was my introduction to him. I love that movie. VFW, fucking great as well, man. Like, dude, that has a fucking cast in it, dude. VFW.
VFW is my favorite
That's got a
because
great cast. Yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, I think he might wear his love for certain movies on his sleeve, and it certainly comes out in his writing. But I think it's okay because he makes it his own movie. Yeah, so Christmas Bloody Christmas, I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. The one thing that I did not like about it, the movie poster is misleading.
yeah, it should have. There should have been more of that Santa on the on that's on the poster.
That was just the one thing that I really that was because like we kind of get it at the end, man, when it kind of gets a bit cyborgy. But I would have liked to have seen that sooner than later, right?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, like show me this fucking robotic Santa, like how he's supposed to look, right? And then give it like some kind of like altercation with one of the fucking characters. Maybe they light him on fire or something. I'm always talking about fire on this fucking podcast, aren't I?
you're a fucking pyromaniac. That's why.
Fire is always the answer in my eyes, man. Wait until you see the things that I do with my movies, right? You're gonna see a lot of fucking fire in them.
It's gonna be like Action USA, just
Yeah, it's just gonna be
explosions
over the top.
everywhere.
I'm gonna make a love letter to Action USA because I love that fucking movie, bro. But yeah, dude, I just want something that's like over the top. I want most of our money, if not all of our money, just to go into the effects.
Yeah,
That's it. I don't even need like that great of a story. I just want people to really just talk about like how great the movie looked with the fire, the explosions, and the killing and what have you. Anywho's, but no, it would have been cool to see that happen. Where like they like try to destroy the Santa of some sort, and then it ends up getting fucking mangled earlier on, and then like that's when we become exposed to the robotics underneath, which could have been cool. But that's really my only fucking thing about it that I didn't like. I thought it was a really fun movie. I love Joe Begas. I can't wait to fucking see what he comes out with next.
yeah, man. I've been on the Joe Vegas train since the beginning for Almost Human. It was a blind rent, and I was just like, this is fucking awesome. And I just remembered to jot that director's name down, and then just started like following him and socials and shit, and just keeping up with what he's doing, you know. And every movie he's put out, I've thoroughly enjoyed.
Isn't that fucking cool though that Christmas Bloody Christmas was intended to be a Silent Night Deadly Night remake?
It is interesting for sure. Um, I could have
That's a
done
little
without.
factoid.
I could have done. You know, I'm kind of happy it was like its own thing because I don't think that movie needs a remake. But you know, uh, regardless though, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Besides Christmas Bloody Christmas, a few other honorable mentions. Pearl, Pearl did not make my top three, but you could fucking put it at number four for sure. We talked enough about it when we were discussing X, but great character study. Mia Goth's 7 minute monologue. Some dude when I saw that in theater stood up and started clapping, and I don't blame him. You know, it was a
As he
fucking
should.
it
That was a
was
great
it
scene.
was a fantastic scene, and she deserves what is it, an Emmy or an Academy Award? What is I can never
Academy Award.
Academy Award. She deserves an Academy Award for that scene alone. Um, Also, Barbarian. That's an honorable mention. I wish I went into it blind, but I still enjoyed it. And Nope exceeded my expectations as far as um Jordan Peele as a filmmaker and got me on that hype train. And now I'm like, all right, what else does he have in store for the future?
Oh, you're gonna be surprised.
I mean, I guess Prey. I mean, sci-fi horror. I guess. I mean, Prey to me is more of like sci-fi action, but there's horror elements in it too to mirror your Batman horror elements. Prey was fucking awesome, dude. It was a fucking great
It was
time.
cool.
I think it set the series back on track, and it's just like you could put the Predator now in any time period situation moving forward, and it's gonna be fucking entertaining.
Well, let me ask you a question. Where can you see the Predator next?
I could see the Predator in feudal Japan, samurai.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool as shit,
That'd
right?
be really cool.
Or fucking
Yeah.
Predator in the trenches of World War One. Like, yo, you just throw him in all these like crazy like time scenarios, and it just works.
They already have him in one setting that I really would like to see him in, which is just kind of like that early America.
Oh fuck! Another honorable mention. How dare I? That would have came in probably my number five would be the new Hellraiser. I mean, we talked about it in depth on our episode on that, but I think that's another reboot that is setting the series on the right course. Jamie Clayton
Yeah.
is the new Hell Priest. I am all here for it.
Yeah, they're gonna take that in a good. They're gonna take that in a solid direction for sure.
But those are my honorable mentions. A great fucking year for horror films, especially original horror films and independent.
On the topic of like original horror films, dude, I gotta say, dude, my girlfriend Kim, bro, she always knows the bangers, man. She fucking knows great movies, dude. So she was just over here over the weekend. We were just powering through flicks. We watched Scream 5 together, and then she was like, "I want to check out this movie called No Exit," and it's a Hulu exclusive. Have you seen it or heard about it?
I've kind of briefly heard about it, but I don't know like much.
Dude, really fucking solid movie, man. So, just like a little quick synopsis of it, and it's on my honorable mentions, dude, just because you're not familiar with it. The story revolves around this one girl who's a drug addict, and she gets this news that her mother is like on the brink of death, right? And she's like super estranged from her family, and she's like, "No, I have to come to the hospital." She's talking to her sister, "I got to come to the hospital, I got to come see mom," and she's like, "We don't want you here. Like, you've done like enough." So I guess, she's brought her family through the ringer. So she's like, fuck you. So she decides to break out of rehab, and she's like driving, to go see her mother. And then what ends up happening is she ends up driving through a really bad snowstorm, and her and a couple of these other people are stranded at like this rest area in like the middle of nowhere. One of the guys, I think he's like on the State Farm commercials. He's like in it. Yeah, I'll have to show it to you. But what she ultimately finds out is like she goes outside, and then she like looks in this van, and she sees that there's like a little girl tied up, right? And then inside there's like four people. So she's like, whose vehicle is this? And like, what the fuck is going on? And then it's just like this back and forth, bro. Like it's a really fucking good movie, man. I was really impressed by it. So No Exit. I definitely didn't do it justice as far as the synopsis goes, but it's just, they're just stranded at this rest area trying to, ride out this storm. And then the girl uncovers, that somebody's hiding a young girl in the van. And what do you do?
Anytime you add a storm element or the idea of being trapped, it just always ups the ante for sure.
Yeah, and it did, man. And it had like it was like it went one way, and you're like, okay, like I can kind of see it going that way. And then it's like, and then it ends up dropping something else on you, and you're like, oh, I could have kind of expected that, but I wasn't thinking that this is where it was going. And then something else happens in it, and you're like, I did not fucking see this going that way whatsoever. And then that's ultimately where I was like, that's very creative writing. This is a very good movie. I don't know who directed it or anything. I don't know any of the credentials and shit. I'm gonna go look it up. But yeah, good movie, man. Definitely check it out. Before we wrap up, I want to talk quick on Scream 5. That was the last movie I had seen. I watched it like 2 nights ago. I wouldn't say that I hated it. I wouldn't say that I loved it. I think the fucking motive is ridiculous. And I kind of just think that Scream 6 needs to be the last one. They need to. What the fuck else are they going to do with this movie anymore?
I don't know, man. I hated the dialogue. I saw. I immediately knew who the killers were. I was like, fucking obvious. You killed off Dewey. Like, the opening
Dewey was
had
great.
me. The opening had me, and then they just fucking fell flat and became so predictable. And the whole Billy Loomis ghost shit, stupid as fuck. But Jenna Ortega,
Oh, Kim was calling all of it.
yeah, Jenna Ortega was good. That's the only good thing I could say is that opening and Jenna Ortega. Other than that, like, I'm fucking, yeah. With the new Scream coming out, Scream 6, like, cool that it's set on Halloween in New York City. So that aspect makes me
Yeah,
want to check it out. But I don't even
same.
know, is Nev in this one? Because I thought she signed on for the one after. Like, they worked out the money
I don't
deal.
know, man. I don't know. I thought they were all done with it after this last one. I mean, they didn't have big roles at all in it, which is fine. Like, I don't need them to have big roles or anything. And I went into it thinking that they were gonna have a bigger part in like unraveling this fucking mystery. But I don't know, man. I mean, I would have rather had swapped like Gale Weathers for Dewey.
Yeah, I like David Arquette as an actor.
Yeah, David Arquette's cool.
Get the fuck out of the wrestling ring. You stay the fuck away from the wrestling business forever. But as an actor, man, I'll always have love for David Arquette. Just stay the fuck out of the wrestling business.
Dude, I was like at the fucking end when they go to the party, I didn't pick up on that was Stu's house
Yeah.
in this new movie
Yep. That's like the big reveal.
until I had seen until I had seen that part at the end where they were watching Stab, and then I was like that room in Stab looks identical to the room that's in this scene right here that is also identical to Jamie Kennedy in Scream. And then I was like, I'm a fucking dumbass. This is the same place. And then when Sydney and Gail are like on their way over there and they're like, you're never gonna guess where this place is, and it's Stu's house. I was like, all right, like showdown at the end, whatnot. Yeah, I didn't really like the whole fucking Billy Loomis thing, but I mean, it's okay that, the girl Sam was his daughter. I don't mind that. She's having some psychosis stuff that's like going on, and a little cheesy where it's like, don't fuck with the daughter of a serial killer. I'm like, I could really do without like that cheesiness and shit. The whole premise of the fucking movie is about how like the trajectory in which the Stab movies had went sucks. Therefore, these killers now want to write their own movie in real life that, Hollywood will go and take and, mold into their, revamped Stab trilogy. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna give Scream 6 a shot just because I fuck with the setting. I like the idea of New York City. I like the idea of Halloween. I like Jenna Ortega. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, I wanted to just talk a little bit about it. But all right, man. So look, I'm glad we got to fucking sit down and talk our three flicks, man. Um, Pretty funny how we're on the same wavelength, dude. With X being number two.
Just you saying like the whole wavelength, I just want to like let people know we did not discuss beforehand like what our top 3 were gonna be going into this. So the fact that X both landed on number 2 for us, pretty cool coincidence.
Saved some time talking about it as well, man.
You know what I want to do going into 2023?
What?
Stop saying for sure so fucking much.
Dude, I listen back on some episodes and man, I have to be more conscious about the shit that I say, Like is a big one that I say a lot of.
Yeah,
And then when I'm in there and I'm editing,
for sure.
it's hard, yeah, for sure. And yeah, man, I say yeah, man a lot. And then buts and ums, they drive me nuts. So, all right, man. So look, I will let you go. I'm happy we got to hop on, do this. I think it's time to wrap it up, Steven. What do you think?
Yeah, let's wrap this up. These are our top 3 favorite horror films of 2022. We hope you enjoyed listening or watching. Also, we hope you have all had a happy holiday with your family and a happy new year. And if you like what you've been watching and or listening to, you could find us at Dead with My Friends podcast on Instagram, also on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Anchor FM. And with that being said, have a happy holiday and a happy new year.
Happy holidays, happy new year. See you in 2023.